make an addition to the agenda and do a 10-minute executive session to discuss the property acquisition. Can I get a motion and a second for that?
Motion for a 10-minute executive session to discuss property sale.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Passes 4-0. Any citizen comments tonight?
No.
Okay. And we'll move on to the consent agenda. We'll approve the minutes from the September 21st, 2023 meeting. Really all the activity was to approve the deed on the 313 South Main property to David File.
31-10-4-1831.
Discussion for that meeting, so if I can get a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve minutes from September 21st meeting.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? No old business, so we'll go down to new business. Got a copy of a right of refusal agreement with Pile Construction, Inc. For those that don't remember, we went into the same right of refusal on the 313 South Main property it was last summer. Basically giving him first right to that property for a year. And then once the 1-year period goes, it automatically renews for 30 days, until we give him notice of termination. The plan with this property, or this is the south netting property, would be right to the south of where the Sheila's duplexes and Teresa Osborne duplexes, right to the south of there, where there used to be an underground house that the land bank bought at tax sale like a year or two ago, and we had it cleaned up. Yeah, that is right. It's a pretty decent sized lot, really. So his plan is, if he can get the 313 South Main, if that zoning is approved tonight, then I think he'll move forward with construction on the fourplex down there, and then if he can get that one filled and get it going right, then he'd like to just go put another fourplex on this south netting property, if it all goes like he wants it to.
He'll probably have to go through the same zoning, R2.
Yep, have to get it. I'm guessing it's R1 right now. They'll have to change it to multifamily zoning. Which, I guess those other duplexes
Let's say if they
don't
have
have
a
to
duplex,
be. Yeah.
that would make sense.
Would butt up against the other ones, so it might work, I don't know. He acts like he's interested in building, and so I guess we just need to decide if we want to go into this agreement again and kind of let him kind of hold it for a year until he can make a decision. I don't know if we'll have, with the location of that property, if we'll have just a bunch of people interested in going and building a house there or not.
Let's say, where does that put because we've pledged those 4 or 5 properties to be good.
31-10-4-1835.
We would not, land bank would not have any free properties
Yeah,
if we,
this is the only
this is our
free
last
one.
one that's available. All the other ones are spoken for.
Go back on the tax roll.
Potentially. So several of them are tied up with the economic development on their housing program. And then the 313 is in progress. That one's already been deeded over. That's what we did last meeting. And then this one would be locked up.
So
So those properties, like you just stick those houses down, that goes back, you have to wait so long?
Yeah, yes, so those actually stay with the landowner, but the tear down is assessed to their real estate taxes. So more than likely in those situations we found, after 3 years, those go to tax sale. And then, you know, the land bank will show up and try to potentially buy them at that point.
Who ended up owning old Don Glasscock?
Glasscock's, it's his, is it his kids or a
I think it was
niece?
his niece. We couldn't find his kids or his ex-wife or whoever, just,
Did
I
they-
think the niece was the only one.
Did she accept her letter?
Yes,
Yeah, so she got a letter, a certified letter in the mail about the violation, and they never came to any meetings or anything. So like those, you know, like the ones on First Street by Sheila Fisher's, those are the same thing. The one by Anna Menace, that's the same thing, if the tear down's assessed, so the land bank doesn't actually own those. But maybe at some point, if they go to the tax sale, we would buy them, but. I mean, we haven't had any interest in this property since it was torn down, so I don't know that we will, or.
Has he asked for this?
yes.
Yes, this is his request that, we go into this right of refusal agreement.
And he did say that if the South Main property didn't go well or something to where it's not making him any profit, he will give the land back to the land bank if he decided not to build. He'll let us know probably by midsummer. He'll probably know if he's gonna build on it or not.
So he would go ahead and get out of this agreement at that
Yes,
point? If he
yes.
doesn't think he's gonna build, okay.
Yeah,
Well, this doesn't say that we're gonna give him the property either, it just gives
right,
him
just
the right
give
to
him the
refuse.
first right.
So if somebody else is interested in it, and he's not willing to pay the price for the land, or he's already decided he's not gonna build a second property, then it shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Cause he's not gonna buy a piece of ground he's not gonna do something with.
So we need a motion for this?
Yeah,
I make a motion to accept this.
got a motion, can we get a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? Passes 4-0. That is our only new business, and we'll go down to, a 10-minute executive session to discuss property acquisition, so if I can get a motion to go into executive session.
Motion to go in a 10-minute executive session to discuss property sale.
You can sit down.
It was 6:50.
Yes.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
We're still in the land bank meetings.
Back from executive session, so I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the discussed property at the discussed price.
Got a motion, and do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Passes 4-0. Can I get a motion to adjourn the land bank meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn land bank meeting November 1st at 6:30 p.m.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Thanks for coming in, guys.
You guys, that's my trunk or treat.
Sorry.
No.
On the link thing, will we have to have another meeting
Hmm?
to
Decide whether you're on side property.
what is that approved to sign contract? Is
That
right?
to me, it's approved because you guys
Right.
voted on it.
Wouldn't you, I mean, I kinda thought about that.
It's open meeting because we have an effort to property is. We can have one open meeting just to have a verification of the property.
We can when we have the check written and ready to be signed and the contract sent to us, like before you sign it, maybe have a meeting and say that.
Right, so we'll do, like, we'll sign the contract. Like in 30 days.
So what's classified as a duplex versus a,
Right.
So would we need to approve it before we sign the contract?
quad instead of
I would say
quad?
so before you sign the contract, just to be safe.
And then
Okay.
you wouldn't have to change them.
Which we already discussed it, so it should be a pretty short meeting, but I guess we.
Is that what he's switching to?
So you might help remind me and I'll say something.
No, I mean, I'm just
Shoot that
asking
ready to-
about
for
that.
me to sign
What's up?
If you
contract.
change it to a duplex and not a,
Fourplex?
right. You wouldn't have
Because
to change the
duplexes are on
zoning.
one.
Right, you wouldn't have to change your zoning then. If he changes it to a duplex. I'm just asking.
Does it hurt to ask?
Do you wanna do like a December first?
I'm not totally sure when they're gonna get on there and get it closed, so we can sign a contract and then so their deal is done, and I'm just not quite sure. I mean, I think it'll be around December, roughly 30 days out, but,
Okay.
they'll probably let me know like what their
Yeah.
closing date is, and then
Mhm.
give me an estimate on what they would want to.
You know, there might be some grant available to help take it down.
That would be,
Might have to look into that with Brian, whether he could do that.
Yeah.
Cause I think they've got some type of grants from the state.
yeah, that would help out a lot.
There's some places. Took Isaiah to the trunk or treat.
So you dressed up now?
He was, if you give him else a cookie. And then he was sitting there shivering and refused to put on his coat.
Yeah.
Finally wrangled it on him.
It was cold over
It was
here
cold.
because it was shaded, there wasn't any sun on this.
And we went over to the wit center
It wasn't very
and it
cold.
wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But over here it was cold.
I'm glad I didn't go with the pool of duckies with water, cause I knew the kids would be very cold. So I just throw the duckies on the ground and have the kids go find it.
There are one. And uses of this.
I told him to say hi to Tori because she was handing out candy. We looked up. And just pulled it out. Camera, gun. Yeah, she just had both of those on her vest. Very observant.
Duplex. R2.
Yeah, I didn't know that. On the corner, they had a ranger set up, skeletons.
I think it was Chrissy Green and,
So I didn't look for
Master Church Life, West, Jessica or Jesse?
The duplex
He
would be
kept it the
attached
first time we
to
walked by,
attached,
just
so
then we
is
were
that,
starting to leave.
would that be?
He saw that ranger. Ranger ride, Ranger ride. He ran over there, and then one of the skeletons was holding like an AR-15, there's two AR-15.
Call this special council meeting to order November 1st, 2023.
You'd have to relate.
Any citizen comments?
No.
New business. Recommendation from the planning commission for 313 South Main property.
So as we discussed, the planning commission met on the 16th of October, and they voted to, in favor of approving the zoning change of 313 South Main. The vote was 3-2. The zoning report right here with all the 17 questions, if you guys want to look through it, you can. But we got this done during the zoning, well, I got it done a little bit before, and the zoning commissions looked through it and make sure that's okay. The attached to the agenda is the ordinance to approve the zoning change. If you guys have time to look at it, if not, you can look at it real quick.
And there was not a protest letter?
Yes, there is no protest letter.
And then following up a little bit on that, I emailed everybody, section 11-100H of the city code. It's got the 17 factors that are supposed to be considered in the zoning decision, and those are the same ones that are on there. But if there's anything especially relevant to you guys' decision relating to that, it'd be good to make a record of that.
David called also
I
and
can
said
start.
that if you
I'll print off
guys
the copy.
have
Oh,
questions or
great, thank you.
concern, he couldn't be here tonight because he got tied up at
I'm
one of
just
his
letting it
projects.
sway halfway around the table
But-
before I realize that.
Just to give him a
Yeah,
call.
coffee too.
You got any questions?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there was no protest letter. Okay.
I think it's been supported other than the starting early. Other than that, I think the ideas overall been pretty positive.
Did he stop and stop the?
Yeah, he's, once he got the notice, he did, yeah, the order, he did stop. Or at least I haven't, I never saw anyone
I've
down
been
there
by
again.
there, yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
I-
anybody, but I,
Is anybody working in there?
Went to Squeaks last week, didn't look like anything else had happened.
I think he quit.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for the community. Have some more housing for rent. And if somebody's coming to town that may not want to buy a house right off.
Well, I think it just opens the door for anybody who's thinking about coming back, if there's not the property that they wanna live in and buy. It's a stepping stone, they can wait it out, you know, it's something that can be really beneficial to get more people interested in coming back.
I think his target is right, possibly a younger single person or couple that's not ready to buy, or an older couple or person that is ready to downsize and just wants less to take care of.
Say if someone downsizes, then it opens the property too for,
that's true.
Sounds like his track record around other towns is pretty good.
He built
Yeah.
in Sterling, is that right?
Yeah, McPherson.
McPherson and Sterling.
So there's other properties up there that are zoned R2.
Across the south, across the street to the
Commercial
south,
is-
those are industrial.
Gotcha. I read that opposite.
Thank you.
Anybody else not read this? This is it. Everybody? I suppose we, that's fine, we'll let it pass it.
If you guys don't have any more discussions on it.
I mean, outside of him starting work early, he stopped
Yeah.
when we told him to stop, and I think St. John needs it, has probably needed it for 10 years or more.
Guess I'd entertain a motion to approve the zoning commission's change on 313 South Main from R1 to R2.
I make a motion,
Separate or the same?
I'm sorry,
It's separate but the same.
can it be the same motion?
Yeah, I think I'd do it as, a motion to adopt ordinance number, 1091-23, adopting the,
accepting
accepting that and changing the zoning classification.
I make a motion to approve ordinance number 1091-23, accepting the planning commission's recommendation to change 313 South Main Street from R1 single family to R2 multiple family residential.
Second.
It's been motioned by Aaron to accept the ordinance number 1091-23 and seconded by Mark Bryant. All in favor? All opposed? Passes 5-0. If there's no other business, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn special council meeting November 1st, 2023.
Second.
And motion to adjourn, it's by Aaron, seconded by Sarah. All in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned.